Welcome to my Italian bike farm.
Recording.
I first viewed this dream property in 2020 during the and Brexit related panic, and we moved out of our apartment in Hinterland of Liguria. I wanted to buy a place there, but the prices were out of reach. Scrolling down to ever cheaper houses on Idealista, I found this place nestled in the hinterland, an hour away. As soon as I saw the view from the barn and the potential to have my very own bike farm, I was in love. I didn't even care about viewing the house, I was sold. Lost in translation, I didn't even know there was a second house. It was difficult to view and buy due to the travel restrictions, though I did manage 2 fully legal viewings. Then I went for it. The initial contract signed via email, but I couldn't go there for another 6 months due to the restrictions. And I forgot. Then I jumped an e-bike through a fire for the Swiss Fire Service for a television safety advert, burnt my beard, got a photo with a dog, got bitten by the dog, then carried on. When things opened up, I got there and signed for the place on the 5th of May 2021. I drove down in my camper with a trailer on the back and literally everything I owned packed into it. I arrived and tried to pull into the driveway. I instantly got stuck in the mud and there were fallen trees blocking the way with metre-high grass everywhere. I literally didn't have any tools except those for working on bikes. I didn't even have any kind of saw. The first reality check of this project hit me. I didn't have any cash or a plan, and the next 2 weeks were spent sleeping in the van on a crazy angle with no way of moving it. I lived in the van for the next 2 years. Slow and steady was the name of the game. Up in this lonely and remote place, I found my first 2 friends. Dick Cheney, who I adopted from the amazing Nigel Reeve, NSR Racing, an absolute legend, and I went and brought Arnold J. Strummer from the shop. Then we got to work. So this is the first job. Fix the barn. So hopefully I'm going to make this into a studio, gym, workshop, yoga area, chill out zone. Got 2 big openings, some glass hopefully. A few weeks later, and my amazing brother Chris turned up to help/save me. We spent days clearing out the barn. Old chickpea plants hung from the roof and the floor was covered in hay. We discovered dead rats, cats, and the associated disgusting mess that had been left to rot for decades. Days of labour and burning everything from in here, and things were starting to look better. Next up, we focused on the good garage, which had been storing a tractor and way too many oil cans. Unfortunately, the tractor was long gone. The floor was thick with mud and oil, which took ages to remove, scraping at the floor for hours and hours. Chris then got onto painting the walls and the floor, and finally after weeks of being there, I could finally empty all my belongings into a clean space and finally be able to move around inside the camper.
You ready for lunch, mate? You what? Come here.
To make life more difficult, I'd also lost all of my work during the and had set up my new Aston MTB business, reviewing and raffling bikes and parts. Oh man.
It's filming.
Stop it filming. So my mate Davey's just arrived. What do you think of the drop?
Big.
Big?
Big, huh?
Big boy shit.
You need to make some kind of a landing, huh?
That is a landing.
Yeah. It is a soft dirt, so it should be okay.
Stephanie. Definitely should have done a warm-up. More than 2 1 metre drops. Holy Oh yeah, my friend Davey also built a new track. I say built a track. He built a straight line straight down the steepest part of the hill. Thanks to the gram, I found a mechanic / labourer, Matt, who came down and we worked for months. So Matt hasn't been hitting his quotas on the work, so we've sent him down the hole. Go on Matt, get down there. You're allowed to come back out in 3 days. Yeah. You're allowed to come back out in 3 days if you promise to work harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave us all the tools so you can't escape.
Yep. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, no.
You filmed it, you didn't film it sideways?
Maybe I didn't film it.
Building bikes, going away testing, and even managed a race, which is rare for me nowadays.
Cool.
We cleared out the good house, lots more burning.
Still fucking hot.
And dumped anything that might be usable in the future into the shit house. We also cleared out the shit garage, and as you'll find on this channel, good and shit versions of different things seem to appear in different aspects of my life. I also met some awesome guys who lived up the road, and they came in their tractor. We're farming! Well, Giuseppe is. I'm not doing anything. And they cleared all the land, all the fields, and got it looking fresh and usable, ready for the moto. The question I'm asking myself now is, with this freshly cut stubble field, why have we got loads of mountain bikes and no motorbikes? What an idiot. Absolute idiot. We're farming! Me and Giuseppe, we're farming! Finally! At this point, everything was looking positive. I was loving the place and things were moving on quickly, but that didn't last long. The first major obstacle was I was hoping to move my residency here, but the commune said the house wasn't officially habitable due to the perfectly functioning septic tank being too close to the house. It had been built decades ago without planning permission and wasn't up to modern regs. This lack of residency meant I could only stay in Italy for up to 183 days a year, which slowed progress and added a lot of time and cost. Of course, I entered this project in a panic with no plan and no budget. The reality of the cost was already hitting. I blew 10 grand in the first year just on some simple tools, paint, tape, screws, etc. Just the bare minimum. On the positive side, the houses were full of useful stuff, furniture I'm using to the day, like this sofa, a washing machine and also a decent fridge that lasted for 4 years. Plus, we found €270 hidden in cash, exactly 1% of the property price. The Aston MTB business also never really took off. For some years, it paid me a salary and kept the bills paid, but I was hoping it was going to grow and be able to fund this project, but that, unfortunately, never happened. The residency issues, my new girlfriend, who understandably didn't want to live in the middle of nowhere in a freezing cold house in the winter, and the struggling business all overwhelmed me. When I was here, I slowly cracked on small jobs around, plus some bigger ones like installing a new heating system to feed the cast iron radiators, and finally a safe electric box with even a grounding wire. Every time I left the farm and came back, it was so overgrown it would take days to clean up every time. Overgrown grass and the badly sealed main house full of insects. It would also take days to warm up in the winter, then I would go away, coming back to a freezing cold house the next time. Despite having some amazing times here, building a track. You made it rideable. Fucking pussy,
Yeah.
Riding with the lads, having friends visit, eating fruit from the trees and eating some of my own vegetables, meeting the neighbours, including the 101-year-old neighbour, Matilda, whose cats I've unfortunately adopted now, and enjoying many amazing sunsets in the barn with some aperitivos. I got lost. Nothing significant has happened for a few years, aside from astronomical quotes like €27,000 for 8 new windows, the same price as the entire property. I completely lost confidence that this dream was possible. Should I just cut my losses and sell it? Should I just live in it and make do? Should I get a real job in the bike industry and move country again? Or should I even just take my gravel bike in a backpack and cycle around the world? Look at this. Oh my god, why is it so steep? Bikes. Oh my fucking. Oh my. YouTube fame or nothing. Oh my. But now the time has come. Time to build this dream place. My goal is to have the good house finished and extended into the space behind for myself, and the house converted into guest accommodation, an office, studio, driving simulator, and maybe even a sauna and an ice bath. The barn will become a dream garage to work on my mountain bike business, and then fill with much more fun motorbikes. With an outdoor kitchen, cleaning station, and place to store the camper. In the barn above, this is going to become a relaxing open space with a yoga area, gym, games like darts, pool table, table tennis, a cinema projector, and a small kitchen and bathroom so it can double as guest accommodation. The garden's going to have some bike tracks, a pump track, a small electric motocross track, and a big vegetable garden to complement the mature fruit and nut trees that are already here. Plus unlimited firewood to chop, split and stack from the forest to keep the house warm in winter. Not to mention aiming for the off-grid lifestyle using the well water on the property, converting 2 small cabins and even a glamping / camper van zone for visitors. Now it's the time, 1 full year of commitment. I still don't have a budget or any budget, a plan or planning permission, a team or even an architect. Buying this place really brought me down over the last 5 years, caused me a lot of personal difficulties, absorbed every penny I had, and started, accelerated and ended my midlife crisis, as well as literally nearly killing me twice. I'm 40 in February, and the 5th of May is the 5-year anniversary of signing the place. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but where there's a will, there's a way. If you like the idea, and you like my Ask an MTB channel so far, please subscribe, like, share, and drop anything useful or helpful in the comments below. And don't worry, there will be some more mountain bike related content along the way. Thanks to everyone that supported me via the raffle business so far. Let's hope that some determination, hard work, and the YouTube gods can turn this dream into a reality. See you next Thursday, 6 PM.